Decision time, amp it up, exactly who is in charge. Today's date on the Archangelic calendar is Infinity OM5A1M8AA Infinity Infinity CAAA Infinity Infinity B1TT Infinity. There is more information available at archangelicalendar.com. And please do not forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Gaia water is heavily watering dominant as the metaphysical floodwaters are rising at an unprecedented pace. This is exacerbated by the fact that we are being pulled back and forth by the cosmic tides and darkness is giving it their best efforts to cling to their ways. The AAA gate was opened even wider to our gate by our Dragon Legion under the leadership of their leader who has been pivotal to our success. We have clearly been pulled to a lower timeline by the lower aspects of humanity who has deep ties with the death slavery system but not by choice. This is aided by the unlimited cap the Federal Reserve put on the amount of money they are willing to print to keep the debt slavery system going. The two options that we are left with are to either cut ties with humanity's lower vibrational beings in which many pure hearts exist in ignorance or to ensure the Federal Reserve does not have enough energy to keep this slavery debt system going any longer. You have until assignment number 1 to make this choice. Someone is still holding organized darkness accountable for their actions and is obviously playing the voyeur game with them once again. Whoever is calling the shots has got them by the avocados because they are willing to do anything he says. It is most likely because his girlfriend normally sends aggressive demons and his best friend usually sends aggressive galactics after their disobedient minions. The next 3 weeks are going to be interesting. We cannot take the actions of the asleep personally and we need to stand firm in our armor, light, and grace. They are scared and afraid of the frequencies that are being emitted, along with the obvious issues boggling their beings. These frequencies will only get stronger as time goes on, and you can expect more spikes in the shaman to coincide as well. We have taken back all the symbolism that gave organized darkness their power, but there were some loose ends that were overlooked. The skull of the great chief Geronimo was stolen and has been used for ritualistic evil for almost a century. We have removed his soul essence from their possession, and he now lives in the minds and hearts of all of our legions with the symbol that has just been bestowed upon him. He was very emotional when we found him, and without his metaphysical help, there isn't much power this controlling party can emit. Most of humanity's 7.8 billion people do not have enough belief in their ability to work metaphysically as of yet. If that is not the case, and for most light workers it is not, feel free to use your own tools and abilities for assignments. For the others, the tools below will help you bridge the belief gap, as your belief in the said being would come into play as well. The following tools will only be available until the mark of the next Archangelic Day, next day's official post, if you are catching this on a later date. You can use the current daily tools for previous assignments. Envision yourself using said tools with a pure heart and pure intentions. Just remember, imagination plus emotion will give you the best results. A warning to all who try to yield unworthy, these things have their own will. Please make a mental note of what you wish to equip. We have gone through great changes and thus the weapon-based tools can be inserted into the ground to call forth downloads. Passive equals no intention needed to use or arm, it will work on its own when you accept its presence. All you need to do is give permission and it will work on your behalf. Active equals intention needed to use. Aggressive equals will attack before anything has a chance to do any harm to you. Active, passive and aggressive anywhere within the universe. The Violet Flame team has shifted to a 3 setting. This means it is about to get hectic. We were in a steady state of control in 9 and the fact that we left the 9 tells us, it's time for the execution of transmutation. The Violet Flame team is as follows, and is in no particular order: Archangel Jermaine, Archangel Azil, Archangel Ansil, Archangel Abraxos, Archangel Harahil, Archangel Bryathos, Archangel Emmanuel, Archangel Af, Archangel Batkol, Archangel Agla, Archangel Gzrael, Archangel Galazur, Archangel Servil, Archangel Nuril, Archangel Vermil, Archangel Machdil, Archangel Eshma, Archangel Tatrazil, Archangel Omil, Archangel Adonichal and Archangel Adonai. Active long and short range. Archangel Michael's legendary sword can handle anything, as it is completely omnipotent. There is no level of consciousness that can be achieved that this couldn't slice through. It is also an amazing weapon against electronics and technology as it can override any circuitry. Passive and aggressive, long or short range, anything in your jurisdiction. Archangel Leo's Swords of Plenty is a passive and aggressive attack sword that has a complete will of its own. Do not try to yield at all, you will only get in the way, just equip and go about your day. Passive short range. Archangel Gabriel's Shield of Truth allows righteousness and justice to be your greatest defense. When equipped, this allows truth to protect and serve us. This shield also helps bring abundance to our lives. Passive and aggressive. Archangel Shepherd's Orb is a presence of divinity that allows anyone that you are engaged with a clear path to forgiveness or a direct audience with infinitely expanding creator source on the matter. This is a truly compassionate tool of divine orchestration. Active. Archangel Zagzagal's Staff of Heavenly Might rains large crystal masses upon a targeted area. Great for large targets, works on the physical and non-physical as well. Active. Archangel Zadkiel's Staff of Justice is a tool that is best used on a macro level and can help move things along that are stagnant. It can also summon and maintain force fields for protection purposes. Active. Archangel Orion's Engineering Star Staff can correct inconsistencies or DNA issues in any being. It can also aid in healing electrical current issues of living beings. Passive, aggressive short range. Archangel Raguel's Orb of Reassurance is like having a supportive best friend in your ear at all times. He is incredibly entertaining and amazingly wise, an amazing tool of communication. Active. Archangel Zadkiel's Hink, as he calls it, is like an angelic Swiss Army knife that can be used to open or close a portal, activate a grid, and to help manifest your desires. Passive and aggressive. Dinah, Goddess Artemis' barrage of flaming arrows will light up planet Earth with love. Summon her to a target or allow her to act in your best interests without you knowing. Either way, this is a powerful tool. Active. Kali Ma's trident can handle anything as it is completely omnipotent. It is extremely effective in life and on boulder, alive it not. It is an amazing weapon against electronics and technology as it can override any circuitry. Passive. Archangel Israel's Staff allows you to see things from a divine perspective. It's a symbol of wisdom, and equipping this has incredible effects on your thought perception and ability to cope with everyday life. Assignments. I must say to you that our legions are not willing to play tug of war. Lifetime after lifetime, this has gone on long enough. The legions have not for one moment forgotten the end result, which is freeing humanity from slavery and those wishing to harm them. This isn't about anything else, and until this is realized, it is our decision to amp it up. Either they complete surrender, release the innocence and humanity, or we bring the ruckus more and more each and every day. We always have another degree to go up, and this goes all the way up to never was, which we have full authority to use if needed. 1. There are two options to this assignment. A. The first one is to cut your own personal chains to the Federal Reserve and then to the lower half of humanity and anchor yourself firmly in 5D and wait for us there, and feel free to do this for those you are responsible for as well. Or B. The Federal Reserve will stop at nothing to thwart the gold standard. Their main headquarters in NYC has very heavy gray chains that keep them grounded to this earth. These chains are attached to every man, woman, and child on earth, and we would need to break almost 8 billion chains from this stronghold to be effective. 2. This assignment is of the utmost importance. We will do it in sets for 3 days. This is day 2 or 3. The plans they have derived for this holiday must not be allowed to happen. We are keeping all eyes on the 3D dates of April 21st, 26th, and specifically April 24th. Archangel Zophiel has given us a very advance warning that this is the time period as where organized darkness normally does the majority of their abductions. This peaks around the dark holiday called St. Mark's Eve, which is a holiday that where the victims of abuse are forced to sit in silence from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. and be slaughtered in hopes that they join the black army of demons that will be parading around that evening. This is one of their main sources of food, adrenochrome, for the parasites of Earth, and if we wish to remove them once and for all, we must stop their feedings. We are in utter confidence that this intel every last being from every legion, and we should be extremely ready for such events, as we will be starting our operations on this event immediately. This very dark energy that they celebrate brings a procession of conquered demonic souls on display for the world's seers to see. We will deal with that the evening of when they appear. In fact, there are so many light beings of justice after this being, that we will have ample backups behind us to ensure our success. Much like the Super Bowl and the Oscars, we will use the violet flame as a screen and go in with swords and shields to finish the job. Remember, these angelic attacks will only work on the dark hearts. If you miss or hit a pure heart by accident, it will only spruce the place up and allow for transmutation at a later date. There are many targets for this assignment which are not limited to this list. Any church with a cemetery attached and/or dark symbology, as this indicates at some point in time the St. Mark's festival was honored. Any known pedophile or dark elite and/or their residences. Private islands of the dark elite. Private yachts and planes of the dark elite. Community gathering points with dark symbolism attached, keep an eye out. Educational centers with dark symbols upon them. Companies and corporations with dark symbology. 3. We must recruiting higher dimensional help in dealing with this extreme polarity. There is a place on the 6th dimension where you will see 5 pyramids, 1 in the center and 4 around the borders. You must get the 4 around the border to make 3 full spins clockwise and counterclockwise around the center pyramid until a giant laser of light emits from its center pyramid. We are providing a direct gateway for beings above the 12th dimension to arrive directly, as the goings on of Earth are directly affecting them as well. In light of recent events, we are skipping today's meditation. Instead, we will call forth profound upgrades to our physical vessels.